Hello friends, and welcome to the tutorial on using Sage to teach. At the end of the tutorial, you will be able to use @interact feature of Sage for better demonstration, then share, publish and edit Sage worksheets for collaborative learning. Before beginning this tutorial, we would suggest you to complete the tutorial on getting started with Sage and getting started with symbolics. Let us start by looking at the typical example of demonstrating a damped oscillation. So you can type T is equal to VAR within brackets in single quotes T. Then next line you can type P1 is equal to plot within brackets e raised to minus t star sine within brackets 2 star t, comma within brackets t, comma 0, comma 15. And the third line you can type show P1. Now let us reduce the damping factor by half. So for that you have to type T is equal to VAR within brackets in single quotes T, then P1 is equal to plot within brackets e raised to minus t by 2 star sine within brackets 2 star t, comma within brackets 2, comma 0, comma 15. Then in third line you can type show P1. Now if we want to reduce the damping factor even more, we would be using e caret, that is e raised to minus t by 3. We can observe that every time we have to change, all we do is change something very small and reevaluate the cell. This process can be simplified using the @interactive feature of Sage. So you can type @interact, @interact, then def plot underscore damped within brackets n minus 1, then T is equal to VAR within brackets in single quotes T, then P1 is equal to plot e raised to minus t by n star sine 2 star t, then brackets t, comma 0, comma 20, then type show P1. We can see that the function is evaluated and the plot is shown. We can also see that there is a field to enter the value of n and it is currently set to 1. Let us change it to 2 and hit enter. So you type 2 and hit enter. We see that the new plot is reduced, damping factor is shown. Similarly, we can change n to any desired value and hit enter. The function will be evaluated. This is a very handy tool while demonstrating or teaching. Pause the video here and try out the following exercise and resume the video. Plot the sine curve and vary its frequency using the @interactive feature. Now switch to your worksheet for solution. You can type @interact, then def sine underscore plot n is equal to 1, then x is equal to VAR within brackets in single quotes x, then P2 is equal to plot sine n star x, comma x, comma 0, comma 2 star pi. Then finally you can type show P2. So often we would want to vary a parameter over range instead of taking it as an input from the user. For instance, we do not want the user to give n as 0 for the damping oscillation we discussed. In such cases, we use a range of values as default argument. @interact should be typed in the worksheet. So in the worksheet you can type @interact, then def plot underscore damped, then within brackets n is equal to within brackets 1 dot dot 10. Then next line you can type t is equal to var, then within single quotes t in brackets, then p1 is equal to plot e raised to minus t by n star sin 2 star t, comma within another bracket t comma 0 comma 20. Then you can type show p1. Now we have seen an error. So the error that we have rectified is, after sin 2 star t we have accidentally placed an extra bracket. Okay, so we get similar plot, but the only difference is the input widget. Here it is a slider unlike an input field. We can see that the slider is moved, the function is evaluated and plotted accordingly. Pause the video here and try out the following exercise and resume the video. Take a string as input from user and circular, shift it to the left and vary the shift length using a slider. For this problem, again we will use the @interactive feature of Sage. We shall first assign a string, say madam, to a variable and then shift the alphabets one by one. So you can type @interact def str underscore shift within brackets s is equal to madam, comma shift is equal to within bracket 0 dot dot 8. Then you can type shift underscore len is equal to shift modular len within brackets s, then chars is equal to list within brackets s, then shifted underscore chars is equal to chars within brackets shift underscore len plus characters, that is chars within square brackets colon shift underscore len, then print within double quotes actual string colon comma s, then print shifted string, that is in double quotes colon comma within double quotes again dot join, then within brackets shifted underscore chars. As we move the slider, we see that shifting is taking place. Sometimes we want the user to have only a given set of options. We use a list of items as the default argument in such situations. So you can type @interact then def str underscore shift s is equal to in double quote string comma shift is equal to 0 dot dot 8 comma direction is equal to left then comma right in double quotes, then next line shift underscore len is equal to shift modular len within bracket s, then chars is equal to list within bracket s. If direction is equal to within double quotes right, then shifted characters, that is shifted underscore chars is equal to chars within brackets minus shift underscore len colon plus chars within brackets colon minus shift underscore len, else colon shifted underscore chars is equal to chars within brackets shift underscore len colon plus chars within brackets colon shift underscore len. Then type print within double quotes actual string colon comma s, then print shifted string in double quotes, then again comma and a double quote, then dot join shifted underscore chars. We can see that the buttons are displayed, which enables us to select from a given set of options. We see that as we select left or right button, the shifting takes place appropriately. Thus, we have learned how to use the @interact feature of Sage for better demonstration. Now, we shall look at how to use Sage worksheet for collaborative learning. The first feature we shall see is the publish feature. Open a worksheet and in the top right we can see a button called publish. Click on that and we get a confirmation page with an option for republishing. For now, let's forget that option and simply publish by clicking yes. The worksheet is now published. Now let's sign out and go to the Sage Notebook home. We see link to browse publish worksheet. Let's click on it and we can see the worksheet. This does not require login and anyone can view the worksheet. Alternatively, if one wants to edit the sheet, there is a link on top left corner that enables the user to download a copy of the sheet onto their home. This way they can edit a copy of the worksheet. We have learned how to publish the worksheet to enable users to edit a copy. Next, we shall look at how to enable users to edit the actual worksheet itself. Let us open the worksheet and we see a link called share on top right of the worksheet. Click the link and we get a box where we can type the usernames and users whom we want to share the worksheet with. We can even specify multiple users by separating their names using commas. Once we have shared the worksheet appears on the home of shared users. So this brings us to the end of the tutorial. And in this tutorial we have learned to use interactive features of Sage using @interact, then publishing our work, and edit a copy of the one of the published worksheet, then share the worksheet with fellow users. Here are some self-assessment questions for you to solve. First one, which default argument when used with @interact gives a slider starting at 0 and ending in 10? Options are 0.11, then range 0,11, then 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to 10 separated by commas, then in brackets 0.10. Second question, what is the input widget result by using n is equal to 2, 4, 5, 9 in the default arrangement along with @interact? Default arguments along with interact. So options are input field, set of buttons, slider, none. So now we will look at the answers. First one, the default argument used with @interact, which gives a slider starting at 0 and ending at 10, is 0.10. The input widget resulted by using n is equal to 2, 4, 5, 9 in the default arguments along with will give the set of buttons. That is the second one's answer. So we hope you have enjoyed this tutorial and found it useful. Thank you.